What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Pure Golf Podcast. It has been a minute. If you are watching this on YouTube, you know that it's been multiple months since we've posted a podcast on the YouTube channel. The reason why is because I'm actually bringing on somebody special today. Somebody special that is going to talk about what's been going on with golf, Formula One, Netflix. A whole bunch of stuff is happening in the world of golf right now. And if you are a Formula One fanatic like myself, and like PGA Kev, the guy that I'm bringing on, you will be absolutely ecstatic for this podcast. So if you are listening to this on the audio, go check out the YouTube channel. We are posting now live, so you can go check out and see our actual reactions when we talk about this stuff, because there's a lot going on today. So let me just get into what we're going to be talking about today. So first off, if you don't know Kev, he's been on so many of my videos. PGA Kev, he fitted me for my clubs. He's currently working for TaylorMade. And the reason why I wanted to bring him on is that RedBull, the Formula One team RedBull, has now partnered with TaylorMade. And he is a TaylorMade employee. He's absolutely ecstatic. So after that, we talk about what's going on with Netflix. If you don't know, Netflix produced Full Swing, and they also produced Drive to Survive. It's the same people that are conducting both, and they are now pairing them for a brand new golf live sports broadcast involving F1 drivers and your PGA pros. It's a crazy, crazy event, and we're going to break that down for you guys as well. And finally, to round out the podcast, we will be doing a golfer's pet peeves draft, because I got a lot of them. I know Kev has got a lot of them as well, and we just wanted to round it out with something a lot more lighthearted. So if you guys are enjoying the podcast, click a like if you're on YouTube, or share this thing. Give it a 5-star rating if you're listening to this thing on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. It means the world to me, means the world to Pure Golf in general. We're growing this thing, man. I've really been enjoying the process. If you want to go check out some of our other links, all of them will be linked down in the description below. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, the whole deal. And yeah, without further ado, let's jump into the video. Kev, thank you so much for coming back on the podcast.
What's up, man?
I know you're excited. I've already introduced
Very.
you. People kind of know what's been going on with you. You work for TaylorMade. So if you're watching this on YouTube, you can see that he has the big old Red Bull flag behind you. So let's start out with that, Kev. What is this news to you? Let me ask that.
This is like my peanut butter and jelly. This is the best combo in the world. Red Bull and TaylorMade are both of my two favorite. Red Bull, definitely my favorite F1 team. Love Max Verstappen. Love TaylorMade, obviously. Work for TaylorMade. So this came out of nowhere too. So the dream situation for me is like my favorite golf company and my favorite F1 team finally partnered together on something, which is insane.
Yeah, and to fully lay out what's been going on. So if you haven't been keeping up with the golf news over the last few weeks, out of nowhere, like Kevin said, TaylorMade and Red Bull Racing agreed to partner with each other. What this consists of is they actually released a lot of the products and the content that they're working together on October 17th. So when you're listening to this podcast, it's going to be after the fact, but it was with the USA Grand Prix over in Austin, Texas. So Kev, why don't you go ahead and tell the people like why they decided to partner in the first place? Because people are probably wondering, why is a golf company partnering with a Formula One team?
So for the non-F1 watchers out there, the main bodywork of the F1 cars are carbon, and TaylorMade is big on one thing: carbon drivers, especially carbon face. So essentially that's what our CEO and Christian Horner kind of like basically found that as the foundation of this partnership. Essentially, Red Bull is a strive for greatness, TaylorMade has a strive for greatness, and both coincide with the carbon. So carbon bodywork and a carbon face driver, basically because of speed. That's really the basis of this collaboration, and mainly just because Taylor, honestly, I feel like also it's a PR pool because both teams are so good at PR too as well. Because like you look at TaylorMade, they're always on television, they're always on TV promoting their new driver. Whereas you like, I mean, I'm literally drinking a Red Bull right now. You see Max Verstappen and Checo on the can.
Right.
So like both teams are very good at just pushing product, and it's both teams have the strive for greatness and to win championships, and both teams have the big utilization of carbon, and that's really just mainly it.
It's one of those things where you don't realize that they could even coincide together, and all of a sudden you're
Yeah,
like, wait,
exactly.
this kind of makes
Yeah,
sense. Like, are you kidding
yeah.
me right now? They have released a lot of Red Bull gear when it comes to golf. That's why we're having
Hmm.
this podcast in the first place. You can correct me if I'm wrong, Kev. They've got like a
Hmm.
lot of brand new like Red Bull labels over,
Yeah.
drivers, putters. They've got
Hmm.
head covers. They've got
Hmm.
a lot of merchandise itself, golf stuff you can wear. Am I
Yep.
missing anything in that?
Balls. I think I actually have some right here. So these are the TP5X balls that they have this year. So the normal TP5X pattern is like the triangles,
Yeah.
but which is really cool. This looks like a racetrack, as you can see in the middle here. And then if I turn it, you see it's TaylorMade, and
Yeah.
then it should say Red Bull right there. But yeah,
That
pretty cool.
is incredible. I'm assuming you're not going to use those golf balls for
I
a
don't know.
long time.
I kind of want to, but the packaging's really dope. So yeah.
Yeah. Next part of this Formula One podcast that has some golf sprinkled into it. We want to talk about what's been going on with Netflix, because I feel like
Yeah.
Netflix has been a massive massive integral part in
Yeah.
terms of golf and Formula One colliding. So
Hmm.
if you don't know, Netflix blew up Formula One in the US by creating Drive to Survive. And then the same producers created Full Swing. So if you are a golf person, you're very well aware of Full Swing, but they both have the same producers, the same people that filmed it. What they are doing now is they're creating a golf live sports broadcast with Formula One drivers. They are releasing an 18-hole tournament with some of the biggest Formula One drivers in the race today. So you got Alex Albon from Williams Racing, Pierre Gasly from Alpine, Lando Norris from McLaren, and Carlos Sainz from Ferrari. So if you have seen Drive to Survive, you see that actually some of them do play golf and they do enjoy golf on the side. So I personally think it's really awesome because they are also pairing up with some of the PGA Tour golfers, including Ricky Fowler, Max Homa, Colin Morikawa, and Justin Thomas. So Kevin, I'm going to bring you in on
Yeah.
this. Do you know what the format is? Are they pairing up? Like, is it 4 different teams? Is it like a scramble format? What do you think is going down?
I have three kind of like thing. I think it may be like two separate stroke plays where it's like golfers versus golfers, and
Okay.
then like F1 drivers in their own category. Or I think it's either like you pair a golfer with an F1 driver and it's
Yeah.
teams of four,
Yeah.
like that, or yeah, four teams of two, or scramble, or like a four-man scramble for each group.
Netflix, you deserve just so much credit because I think with them
Yeah.
pairing all of this stuff and bringing it together in
Mhm.
such an incredible way for like fanboys like myself and you, it's great to see the crossover, between
Mhm.
F1 and golfers themselves. Do you have
Well,
any?
I know that's Vegas week. That's Vegas Grand Prix week.
That's right, actually. Oh my
That's
goodness.
why it's at that's why they're hosting at the Wynn at Las Vegas,
Yeah.
because that's the same course that they did the Brady Mahomes
Yep.
and who else was it? It was Aaron Rodgers and Brady, and then Allen and Mahomes match was there.
Right.
That's also where they did
Right.
Bryson DeChambeau and Phil Mickelson, I think. I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's so if you guys don't know, the event itself will be live stream on Netflix on November 14th. So, if you just have Netflix, which everyone has Netflix, then you're going to be able to check it out then. Kev, I got a question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
What does all of this mean? We've talked about Red Bull and TaylorMade. We've talked about,
Mhm.
Netflix doing this live golf event with Formula One drivers and PGA Tour players. What does this mean for golf itself, and what does this mean for Formula One? Like, what do you think this is going to do for the future?
I think it's good, mainly because 5 years ago, golf was a niche thing before COVID. And then same thing, like before Drive to Survive, it was a very niche thing, or not Drive to Survive, F1 in general. It's a good idea because one, it gets people that aren't into it, especially the US space. Because like before, like golf was just known as kind of an old, boring sport, and then COVID hit, and then everyone started playing golf because that was the only thing you could do because it was already socially distanced.
Right.
And then what did people do during COVID? They binge watch. There's drama. F1 has so much drama in it, especially every year. Since people that start watching Drive Survive, they realize there's so much drama in it. It's a way to also get the younger crowd into it because like not many people watch F1 and not many people watch golf. But now it's like turn around, you see so many people watch golf and so many people watch F1 now.
You being somebody that has followed Formula One for so long and is involved in the golf space as much as you are, what does this mean to you?
For me, I think it just means golf is more open to collaboration.
Mhm.
Because in the beginning, like you would never see brands like TaylorMade, Titleist, especially Titleist and Callaway, all these people, they wouldn't do like collaborations. Where it's like still now you don't see many people do other than TaylorMade because how often other than recently probably Callaway and TaylorMade because Callaway does it with Good and Bob does sports now.
Yep.
But with TaylorMade, how I mean, what since COVID again going back, they've done a KIF collaboration. They've done two KIF collaborations.
Mhm.
It's good because it's growing the game. It feeds into that younger crowd, especially
Yeah.
because like you talk to like a country club golfer, it's like, hey, do you know what the TaylorMade KIF collaboration is? They're like, no, like what is that? You know, where it's like I ask another guy my age, like, oh my god, that's such a fire collection, or like I want it. You know, it's just stuff like that.
Right.
It's I think it's also too. It's like golf has a very high barrier to entry,
Mhm.
and it still kind of is, but it's like they're putting out stuff that like appeals to the younger crowd. It goes
Yeah.
back to that too, and
And
it's just cool.
country clubs themselves are already offering like discounts to memberships for younger people
Exactly.
just to begin with. I got nothing else in regards to that. Do you have any other
Yeah.
things you want to say about all of that?
I mean, realistically, like it almost piggybacks off itself
Right.
because people who watch F1 probably don't play golf.
Yeah.
So when they watch Drive to Survive or they see that Carlos Sainz, Alex Albon, all these other guys are like playing golf, they're like, oh, maybe I should try that. Even the Red Bull collab, like they released a video of Max Verstappen like driving the cart and like trying to play golf. Like Max doesn't do that. Same thing as people who don't watch F1; they just play golf. It piggybacks off itself,
And
which is
also
really cool.
I love these documentaries and Full
Hmm.
Swing and Drive to Survive because it brings out the people's personalities that are on these
Hmm.
shows. And for somebody like you and I, like I love Lewis Hamilton, you love Max Verstappen.
Yeah,
Um, like you
I'm
get to
probably gonna get a
actually
lot of hate for that,
I
but
know,
yeah.
I know. But like you get to actually know who the person is. Like you actually get to see their backstory. And especially in
Mhm.
Drive to Survive, you're able to see that like Carlos Sainz on his days off, he golfs. He's just like
Mhm.
me in that aspect. He may not be the best
Mhm.
golfer, but in his free time, he
Mhm.
releases and he resets by the game of
Yep.
golf. And that's what I love specifically about what Netflix is doing. And when it comes to this new golf live sports broadcast, like it's going to make everybody in that more personable to the viewer. And that's what I'm personally most excited about.
I was rewatching Full Swing the other day actually, and I don't know if you saw the Easter. It's not even Easter egg, but like Fitzpatrick, like that episode when he
Yeah.
was winning the U.S. Open. The sun. Remember how he got to tee off late Sunday, like the 2:30 tee time, and so he just like mentions like, oh, like I get to watch F1 now because on Sunday because my tee time is later, so I'm gonna have time to watch F1. And it's cool. You see like Fitzpatrick, like he's about to win a U.S. Open, and he's like, I'm
Right.
just gonna watch F1 to chill out, you know?
Right. And it's
Yeah.
great. That stuff's so cool to me, man. Yeah, that's all I got. Do you have anything else on this topic before we jump into, our draft?
No, no, I'm pretty much done with that.
If you guys are enjoying the content, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I've got a lot of fantastic guests that will be coming up on the podcast. Got it all lined up. Got it all lined up for you guys. We've got a lot of good people with quality content and great things to help you guys improve your golf game and eventually break 80. So, cannot thank you guys enough. Love you guys. Let's jump into the next part of the podcast. Golfers' pet peeves draft.
Ooh,
Let's go
okay,
jump into that. We got a lot of them, but I want to make this short and sweet. Let's do 3 rounds each.
okay.
And because you are the guest on this podcast, I'm going to let you get the number one pick when it comes to golfers'
Okay.
pet peeves. What is the one thing that irritates the crap out of you when it comes to
The,
golf?
the one thing that irritates me, I don't know if like other actually maybe it's the overly serious player. Like you're
Mm,
just playing a casual round of golf.
right.
Like you're not on tour, dude. Like it doesn't matter. You shank it in the trees. Like I've shanked it in the trees too. It's not that big a deal.
I agree with you. I absolutely agree with
Yeah.
you. I think people that are like throwing clubs and it's like, dude, you're just a Sunday golfer, like chill out. Those
Hmm.
are the ones that make no sense to me, man. It's like, bro, like
Yeah.
you're out here to have fun, you're out here to have a good
Hmm.
time, and you're just like ruining the vibe for everybody else in the group.
Exactly. Yeah. You're
So
just like, dude, like it's just golf. Hit the ball. What does it matter?
I agree with you. I'm gonna go a little more. Something that irritates me personally is I do
Yeah.
not like when people do not repair their pitch marks on the green. So like
Mhm.
whenever you're playing at a municipal course, whenever I've played at some courses where I've got a ball and it's just like there's this massive pitch mark right in the middle, and then I
Yeah.
personally have to repair that. It's annoying,
Yeah.
man. It's like clean up
Mhm.
after yourself after you're done, or like
Yeah.
take care of the course, man. And it's exactly like Michael Moore says, take care of the course and the course will take care of you. So
Exactly, dude.
yeah.
Alright, my next pick, I think everyone would agree with this, but it doesn't bother me as much sometimes just because I have no thoughts on the course, if I'm being honest. It's slow play. It's up there, but at the same time, I'm like, if it's slow, like, I'm just zoning out half the
Yeah.
time.
I think especially if you're in a rhythm,
Mhm.
people get I think anybody just gets upset at that.
Mhm.
It's the people that are just completely inconsiderate. Like I've seen
Yeah.
people personally on golf courses like hit multiple shots from the same spot. And I'm like, bro, you
Yeah.
already are holding up everybody else. Like, don't
Yeah.
re-hit. Like, drop off in the middle of the
Yeah.
fairway. Keep the pace. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It's like be
Exactly.
considerate of everybody else. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Mhm.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Pet peeve for me. Let's go. It's if you're playing with somebody, you're playing with a buddy, and they're like
Mhm.
they're always showing up late to their tee times.
Oh, yeah, no, I
E-
hate that, dude.
especially if you have a tee time like on a Saturday and it's like in the
Mhm.
morning, and then they're showing up 5 to 10 minutes late, and then you personally, because you're already there, have to go to the clubhouse and try and talk to them and be like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, he's
Yeah.
late. Like, when's the next available
Yeah.
tee time? I feel like that's happened multiple times to me, and I just
Mhm.
like, come on, man, just show up 10 minutes
Like
early.
like,
Just
it's not
get
that
to the
hard.
tee
Yeah.
box. Exactly. It's not that hard, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's my
Mhm.
second pet peeve when it comes to golf.
My last pick,
Last one.
it doesn't happen to me often, but when it does, it's such an inconvenience. People who take your ball.
Oh, that's so
It's
annoying.
happened actually. Okay, so like I play, like I told you, I played cobblestone and I played
Yeah.
City Club Marietta in the
Yeah.
same week. So I played cobble on Sunday and I played Marietta on like Wednesday.
Right.
My ball got taken twice in the same week. Yeah,
How?
I don't. So okay, like I drove the green and I didn't even drive the green actually. I was like 10 yards off from the green. I
Right.
cobble
Right.
and the guy took my ball. They turned around and I walked like I knew I hit fairway. And I
Right.
walked up there, my ball was gone. And I was
Dude,
like,
how
okay,
does that
cool.
it blows my mind, first off, and secondly, like it just like it doesn't make any sense, especially if the ball
Yeah.
is like clear as day, like it's not completely off in the woods.
Yeah.
If it's in the
Hmm.
fairway, or if it's like you said, like it's right next to them on the like how? Like how do
Yeah.
people even think that somebody purposely
Yeah.
left the ball there? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then like I played again on Wednesday. My ball got taken again. This time it was in the rough,
Yeah.
but like the dude had no like business being that far left into
Right.
the rough. And
Right.
he picked up my ball and I was like, okay, cool.
And then you're questioning, okay, well, like, do I have to take a drop? Like,
Yeah.
that's happened to me too as well, where it's like you hit it and
Hmm.
it's just like, what the heck happened to it? Yeah,
Hmm.
I'm with you on that. No, that's
Yeah.
brutal. That's brutal. My
Yeah.
third and final one would be if you're playing at a municipal course and
Hmm.
somebody just hits it straight at you. There's like, I don't like when
Yeah.
people do not call for. Like when it's
Yeah.
clear as day that you completely shanked the ball, or you just, you're
Yeah.
hitting over. Like, that stuff just irritates me, and I've almost gotten hit multiple times, especially on
Yeah.
a municipal course when it's so
Hmm.
tight, or it's like they're
Hmm.
not considerate enough to drive up if it is a blind
Yep.
spot to check and see if you're actually on the green or whatever.
Hmm. Yeah.
I do not like when people do that. It irritates me. Um,
Same.
and it's like it's just it goes back to the inconsiderate part, you know? So,
Yeah. Hmm.
yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much it.
No,
That's
yeah.
that's our draft. You guys let
Yeah.
us know who wins. If we left anything out, you guys let us know, because I know, I promise you, like, I left it at 3 so that people could be like, oh, well, this pisses me off. This pisses me off, all this stuff. So
Yeah.
but yeah, you guys let us know if we left any out, and let us know. I'll put up a
Mhm.
poll right here if you're listening to this on TikTok or whatever. Go vote. Let us know who wins. So yeah, that's all I got. So Kev, thank you
Yeah.
so much, man. You got anything else you want to say before we sign off?
No, not really.
Yeah, this
Go Red Bull.
yeah, this was more of like a news podcast more than anything. There wasn't really
Yeah,
much.
I mean, it was very. I mean, it was very like it's a podcast. Like, like you get to talk about anything you want. So yeah.
Exactly. You can just ramble
Yeah,
off. You know what I mean? That's what I do.
exactly. Hmm.
Thank you so much, Kev. If you guys are listening to this and want to get more involved with Kev, I'll leave his Instagram down in the link below. Go check him out. And yeah, Kev, thank you so much again for hopping on, dude.
No problem, man.